Shalom. First and foremost, son of all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kahakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who well and talking this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect, and the 1/3 remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity. Scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth, to you I say Shalom. Y'all Lord willing, this video edifying. It's gonna be laying back and off of Salakia. It's gonna be laying back and off video that I did a couple days ago, going in on the topic of, I think it was entitled My Response, or no, My Conversation with the Officer at IUIC. And this video is going to be more so going into the disproving the things in which he was saying, because a lot of what he was saying was bullshit. And the first thing on subject we gonna get is the first thing he mentioned. You know, the officer. He mentioned that it's not biblical to have more than one wife. And we know scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth. That is a very, very easy topic to disprove of and dispose of, okay? And that's what we're gonna do, you know? And how am I gonna do it? All through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, man, Lord will. But we're gonna do it with these scriptures. We're gonna start with, let's start with Romans 15, right? Because these scriptures are, you know, they're here for a reason, right? We're supposed to read and study them to get the understanding, you know? And that way we won't make silly statements like, you know, what was made, okay? Like the MOTB being doctrine, that's a silly statement, you know? Uneducated statement, man, okay? Get you some scholarship. This is Romans 15 and let me see. Trying to find. Yep. This is Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written for aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. See? So the things that are written in these scriptures were written for our learning. It's the experience of the men that came before us, man. And we know experience is one of the greatest teachers. And this thing about it, man, you know? So we look, a good way to get an understanding on the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we just look at the previous accounts, and then you're able to get a good, accurate interpretation of our Lord, man. You know? And that's why you're supposed to read on your own. You're not supposed to just take somebody's word, you know, and not do any research behind it. You're supposed to do your own research. That's why, again, we give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who told us this truth, man. Okay? Because that's one of the things that they stress. Do your own research. Don't just listen to what, even they tell us to fact check what they say. All right? So we learn to be that way, and guess what? It's paid off. We have full understanding of these scriptures, man. So we don't make ignorant statements. Okay? This is Genesis 16, all right? First example. Okay? because he said that that having a wife or having more than one wife is not biblical. So apparently you're going off if you have more than one wife. Let's see. This is Genesis, starting at the top. Now Sarah, Abraham's wife, bare him no children, and she had a handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. All right, this is our forefather Abraham, and it's kind of ironic that they call themselves having the daughters of Sarah. That's the moniker in which they give their woman, the daughters of Sarah, right? All right, well, we're gonna see what type of spirit Sarah was in. And Sarah said unto Abraham, behold, now Yahweh Shemel hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my handmaid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abraham hearkened to the voice of Sarah. So she had a handmaid, which is a slave. Our foremother, Sarah, gave, this is the account in which she gave our forefather Abraham her slave to lay with, to have sex, intercourse with, okay, to be married with. All right. And Sarah, Abraham's wife, took Hagar, her handmaid, and the Egyptian, after Abraham had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband, Abraham, to be his wife. So in this instance, you have Sarah, who's also known in the scriptures to be the greatest example of a woman, who called Abraham Lord, okay? In this instance, is giving her Lord Abraham another wife, okay? So how is it that we are not supposed to have other wives when in this account, even the women were new, were under the correct understanding to the point in which she gave her husband another woman. So if you really have the daughters of Sarah, all right, they should be giving you women, okay? Because this is the perfect example. This is Sarah herself doing it, okay? But then you go back and then you say that you can't have more than one woman, which is some simp beta shit. You guys are placating to these women, okay? You niggas are simply trying to appease these women, which the women should try to be appeasing the man, just like Sarah was, man, to the point in which she gave her husband another woman, okay? How are you going to defend that, all right? What are you going to say about that, Nathaniel, okay? And all of your constituents, all right? Because this isn't, we're going to get another example, but, that one right there, I could really end the video with that one, man. This is 1 Kings 11. We're going to get another example, okay? Not only can you have wives, but you can have concubines as well. And Hagar, who, technically was a concubine, okay? And after she had Ishmael, she was sent away because of the jealousy in which Sarah had towards her, okay? Because our women are very competitive because they understand that we are, the man that they have, They know that Jake likes more than one woman, so they're very competitive by nature, all right? This 1 Kings 11, but King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Midian, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, Hittites. So King Solomon, who we know to be our Lord Yahushua in the reincarnation, he had a love for all nations of for many nations of women, man. Yes, the heathen, okay, and there was nothing wrong with that. The problem went when his heart departed from the Lord, not because he had a multitude of wives. And of the nations concerning which Yahweh Shema Shah said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in unto them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. See, so, because Solomon clave unto their gods, okay? He was going off, okay? He wasn't worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay, he departed from the Lord because he let his wives, gods, persuade him. He was trying to please his women. Okay, and he had 700 wives, princesses. So he had 700 Israelite women. Okay, not one, not two, 700. Okay, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. See. So that was the problem, not the fact that he had a lot of women, okay? And really, to keep it frank with you, women like when you have a lot of women, all right? They like it. They might not say it, but they like it, okay? So you up here trying to appease them, for one, is not going to, it's not going to get you salvation. It's not going to grant you salvation, man. Because you really, you adding and taking away from the word of Yahweh Shema Shah by making statements like that, man. If you want one wife, man, just have one wife. But you ain't gotta push that on the congregation, man, and say that we going off because we teach otherwise, which is we just teach the truth. If a man wants more than one wife, then hey, that's his priority, man. You shouldn't be concerned with that anyway. Okay? The things in which he doing in his house, man. Come on, man. You guys are weird, man. This is 2 Samuel 12, and let me get straight to the point. 12 and 7, right? And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah, power of Israel, I anointed the king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives. So King David as well had more than one wife. Not only him, but the Lord gave him Saul's wives. So Saul had more than one wife. And those wives later became King David's wives. So what do I thought it wasn't in the scriptures that you can have more than one wife, man. Okay? There are plenty of examples of this, man. See, you guys put too much value in the woman. Not saying that she's not valuable, but she's less valuable than the man. Okay? Continuing on. And thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. So he said, the Lord was basically saying, look, if that wasn't enough, if you wanted more, I would have gave you more. Wives included. Okay? So, this idea, this lie that is off to be involved with more than one woman is just a lie, man. Okay, you only doing that to try to look good for the ladies. All right, but at the end of the day, the Lord is gonna give the woman to the men of the Lord, man. Is that not written in Isaiah 4:1? And we're gonna get that. But first, I'm gonna get let me get this real quick. All right, because you saying that we not allowed to have more than one wife, you speaking ill on our forefathers, man. Okay. Matter of fact, if I were you're an Israelite, Israel name was changed to Israel, but his name first was Jacob. So you're a Jacobite. And how many wives did Jacob have? Okay, how many different baby mamas, did he have, man? Because that's always been in Jake's spirit, even to this day, man. Okay, it's always been in Jake's spirit to have a thing, for what Jake loves women, man. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. This is Genesis 29 and we'll start at 30. Genesis 29 and 30. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet another yet 7 other years, because he had to do a week. He had to serve a week for both of his wives, Rachel and Leah, which breaks down to 7 years. Okay. He loved Rachel more than Leah. He took both Rachel and Leah to be his wives. Did the Lord intervene and say, hey, Jacob, no, you got to choose one? No. Okay? No, he didn't. And when Yahweh Shah saw Leah was hated, he opened her womb and Rachel was barren. See? So it's a balance. When the Lord seen that he had favor on Rachel, he chose Leah to give her the most children. Okay? That's why most of Jacob's children came from Leah, even though Rachel was the favorite. Okay? And I would read down in the genealogy, but I don't want this video to be too long. Okay? All right, we'll go to verse 30. No, chapter 30, and we'll start at the top. And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I die. See, because she was envious. She was mad. She was upset that she was the favorite wife, but she yet couldn't have his seeds. She couldn't bring no children into work. She was barren. Okay? And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel because she said some stupid shit. And he said, am I in God's stead, who hath withheld from thee the fruit of the womb? And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her. So she was like, you know what? I can't have kids, but my slave can, my servant can, my handmaid can. So here, take my handmaid. So at this point, Jacob had 3 wives. This is the second account in which we read that a righteous woman gave her husband another woman, man. All right, the second account. Okay, and she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. Okay, so she gave him Bilhah, and she conceived, but then later on, Rachel had her own son. Okay, and I want to say Leah did the same thing. When you also read, in this chapter, Leah did the same exact thing. So she gave her husband another wife. Okay, so what are you guys talking about? What do you And for the people in your congregation, you need to start, just listening to people, man. Then do your own research, read yourself, come up with your own conclusion, And really, that same conclusion should be the same conclusion in which we have a Great Millstone, man. Because we have the whole 100% truth, man. And how do you guys, last but not least, how do you guys get past this one, man? which shows that you guys have a bunch of yes men within your ranks, okay? Because to make a statement like that, there's nowhere in the Bible where a man can have more than one wife, man. You know, that's very uneducated, okay? This is Isaiah 4. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. Let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach, because our women are off. They are in that mindset of feminism. They think, you know, a lot of our women, that's a big stumbling block in which you niggas perpetuate, you know, that a man can't have more than one woman. If our woman can get over that, man, we might be able to actually do something with these, you know, chicks. Okay? We might be able to. Maybe a lot of hell, you know, instantly be, you know, removed if they could come just to that simple understanding. But no, they got niggas like, you know, like you guys who tell them, oh no, man, it's Rick out, no, they wicked. Oh wait, you know, the biggest difference is we teach that you can only have one wife. They say you can have as many wives as you want, which is not nowhere in the Bible. It is not biblical. Come on, man. You know, you guys are weak. And with that, I give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Shemel, Shabbat, Shabbat, Kakudash, Wa, Abba, Kabal, and DTA.